Alvin, what a great idea. Using our old home movies.
Yeah. Glad I thought of it.
Alvin, what's that?
Nothing, Dave.
Our big story on Critics' Comment is the smash success of Chipmunk's greatest hits video.
Yay!
Alvin should be here to see this. Where is he?
All right, guys. Time to start rehearsing for our next video. Think ya-ya. Goo-goo.
Welcome to the Smart Set. Just take a look at what we've got on offer.
We've got the one and only Morph!
We've got the gallery ready and waiting for your artwork.
We've got lots of designs for you to try at home.
Works of art that are simply too big for the studio.
And we've got all the answers in Smart Tips, so be part of the Smart Set.
That's Smart Thursday, 4:35 on Children's BBC One.
It's Monday morning, bright and early on the Breakfast Show, here for a brand new week. Today we've got another chance to see Friday's Blue Peter, and it's the day of the awards ceremony in Wood Lane TV, plus more of your great Alvin and the Chipmunk entries. But now, here they are, Alvin and the Chipmunks.
We're obviously having a few technical problems, but we are doing everything we can, and we'll be back with Richard as soon as we possibly can.
To the day since the British Broadcasting Corporation began the first high-definition television service.
Yes, here at Studio 60, live at Television Centre, we're celebrating 60 glorious years of your favourite box in the corner, television.
60 years ago, believe it or not, this camera was state-of-the-art technology. And you weren't called viewers, you were called lookers. And this is what you would have looked like. Give us a wave, Romana. Romana D'Annunzio in glorious black and white. But the birth of BBC television in 1936 was not the birth of television.
What have a tin and a piece of string got to do with the invention of television in Britain? Well, when John Logie Baird was a small boy, he tried to communicate with his friends with this high-tech device, but it didn't work very well. I said, it didn't work very well. And it got him going as an inventor. I said it got him going as an inventor!
Oh, I can hear you, Romana. At the age of 12, he built a dynamo and wired his home up to electricity. His was the first house in his hometown of Hellenborough to have electric lights. Not bad for a 12-year-old.
Absolutely, but his real passion was trying to send pictures using radio waves, television. But Baird's experiments were very, very dangerous. He wired together hundreds of batteries to try to power his television, and he actually managed to create 2,000 volts. But he also managed to blow himself up in the process and was very, very lucky to survive. In 1925, Baird made an enormous breakthrough. He managed to transmit an image of a ventriloquist dummy called Stooky Bill to a television he called the televisor.
This is one of Baird's original sets. There was only a tiny screen and the picture was made up of 30 lines. Today, TV uses 625 lines, so it was very difficult to see the image clearly. Nobody took Baird's work very seriously. The BBC was more interested in making radio programmes, and many people in power thought that television was just a passing phase. However, by 1929, the BBC started experimental television transmissions. But not many people saw them because hardly anyone had a receiver, as TV sets were called then.
OK, smile, Romana.
Now, unfortunately for Baird, his competitors were making rapid progress with their own system, which used something called electronic scanning. Marconi and EMI developed an Emitron camera tube, and in 1935, it was decided that both systems should be tried out. Television had arrived.
This is direct television from the studios at Alexander Palace. And now we're going to see and hear someone you know well.
BBC News from 1936. For the first few months after the launch of TV, the BBC made just 2 broadcasts a day, and they normally featured top pop combos like Eric Wilde's Dance Band. The Baird and Marconi systems were used on alternate weeks, but by February 1937, it was clear the Marconi format was better and Baird was dropped. The men in white coats were getting excited, and their plans got bigger and bigger. Even the future King George VI decided the time was right to get his face on the telly. So they organised their first outside broadcast on the 2nd of May 1937, just in time to see the King being crowned. All was looking rosy. By 1939, nearly 20,000 households had a TV set. But then, war broke out. An episode of Mickey Mouse was cut off mid-flow, and it wasn't until 6 years later, in 1946, that viewers got to see how the programme ended. 2 days later, the first non-cartoon children's programme hit the screens. Children's Hour was broadcast live from Ali Pali once a week. TVs were getting cheaper. By 1953, there were around 3 million sets in homes across the country, and the one thing that really got them going was the Queen's coronation. The Beebs coverage was bigger and better than ever before. Over 20 million people tuned in, which works out as 7 people huddled round every set. ITV didn't get a look in, but that's because there was no ITV. All that was to change.
But we couldn't talk about TV 60 without getting some of the greatest celebrities of the past 60 years into the studio. Ask anyone over the age of 50 about their memories of children's television, and one name alone will be uttered. Yes, Muffin the Mule. Muffin first appeared in 1946 with Annette Mills and quickly became a legend.
Harry, say hello. Oh, he's in a hurry to go fishing.
And we're very honoured because this is the original Muffin. Now, he's operated by strings, but because he's so old, we can't actually touch him. In fact, in those early days, all TV puppets had strings, including that next big name, Andy Pandy from Watch with Mother.
Well, puppet shows became more adventurous and imaginative. Take Bill and Ben, for instance. The Flower Pot Men appeared on the screens in the late 50s and were a great hit, even though they look a little rough and ready to our eyes.
In the 60s, puppets decided they wanted to get involved in animation. These are the Pogles from the puppet show Pogles Wood, made by Oliver Postgate and Peter Firmin. It was one of the first animated puppet shows to hit the screen.
But their most famous creations were the clangers in the 1970s.
And one for Tom. Oh, our plant. Thank you. And what do we do with them?
But their most famous creations were the clangers. In the 1970s, these little creatures lived on a tiny planet far, far away with their friend, the soup dragon. They were friendly individuals who spoke to each other by whistling.
Oh, yes. Don't forget the soup.
And guess what? They've come out of retirement for TV 60. This is Major Clanger, Tiny, Small and Mother Clanger.
But puppets weren't just the property of children's TV. One of the most popular puppets of the 70s was the robotic dog that accompanied Doctor Who on his travels through time.
And here he is. Here's K9. He's looking pretty good for his age, isn't he?
It's the only dog I've ever seen that can rust.
Yes,
I'm not sure what Mabel will think of him. But let's face it, we all know where puppets reign supreme. Children's BBC, of course. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Gordon the Gopher. Gordon, please don't milk it. It's Blue Peter, OK? It's not going live. Now, Gordon, you're one of the biggest professional names I've ever met in my life. You've worked with all the big names that I've ever grown up watching. Philip Schofield, Sarah Green, But who, please tell me, is your favourite TV presenter? Me? Oh, thanks very much, Gordon. What? Oh, just the aardvark. Oh, thanks very much. What do you think, Romana?
I don't know. I'm sure he said Romana there. And if you want to see Muffin, the Clangers, K9 and Gordy, you can visit them in the Museum of the Moving Image in London.
When Television Centre was built here in West London in 1959, it was the biggest purpose-built multi-complex of studios in the world, and it's still a world leader in all kinds of areas. Now, over here is the production gallery. Inside is the producer and director who tell me what to do every Friday on Blue Peter. I'm hoping they're wearing makeup because here they are. Come on in.
But do you listen to me? You have to be very well behaved when you're in here. Now, back in 1959, all television was in black and white. But here in Studio 60, we can broadcast in colour and even stereo sound. And coming very soon, digital widescreen and interactive television.
Over the last 38 glorious years, one of the best shows around has to have been Blue Peter. And last week, we gave you the chance to choose a classic film.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is quite special, us being here. It's usually only grown-ups that are allowed in here.
Well behaved, Romana.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen to this. A TV-tastic, 95,011 people phoned in for their favourite clip. So the winner is...
John Leslie in his gruelling endurance test with the Royal Marines in 1992, which had a staggering 35,000 calls.
Wow.
That's more than people that owned televisions in 1936.
A run VT. I've always wanted to see that, and I'm in the production gallery.
Such a show-off.
Halt! Okay, rear rank, just dress back slightly. Okay, quickly take your kit off. Oh, I've lost my hands and my feet. Sensation already. Okay, feet shoulder width apart, start with the shoulders, rotate it forward. Good.
I can't feel my hands anymore. Feels as if I've done a course already.
Tap with the fingers at the same time. Good, fine. 22 pounds it should be, John, okay?
25.
22, exactly. As quick as you can, Leslie, get it on your back. Eric, give him a hand.
Gotcha. It's difficult with no hand.
Okay, then quickly line out in your group.
This is a nightmare.
Okay, Merrick, take charge of Leslie, get him in group 3.
And he flicks his shoulders just more by the speed.
Stand by, first group. Go!
We've already marched half an hour. It's about 5 degrees, hailstones, and I've got, what, 5 miles left? Nightmare.
Come on, Mr. Leslie, work hard! Keep it going, Merrick! Come on, Mr. Leslie, catch him up, catch him up! Come on, you pal, work hard! Merrick, take the left-hand tunnel, and walk the right-hand tunnel. Come on, fellas, work hard! Come on, Mr. Leslie, catch him up in the left-hand tunnel. Work hard in the tunnel, do not low. Come on, get on your hands and knees and crawl! Come on, Mr. Leslie, you're not having a holiday in there! You're taking far too long! Come on, let's go, come on! Come on, let's go, come on! Ow! Come on, let's go, and up, up, let's go, come on! Find the rope, keep it on your right hand side. Keep going, Leslie. Here we go, don't worry about it, Carl.
Ah!
Come on, keep going. Keep your feet high, so you don't step over the drums on me. Keep going. Keep going, come on. Come on. Use your legs.
Come on! Phil! 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 Come on! Come on! Phil! Phil! Oh, God! Come on! Come on, John! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Come on in, go inside, under him there. Come on in, under him. Ready, get head down, deep breath. 1, 2, 3, go. Come on, and push. Come on, push him hard. Let's get his legs. Come on in, head. Pull through, let's go. Come on in, John, your turn. Take charge. Come on in, stand up. Come on, stand up. Let's go. All right, take charge of him. Take charge of him. Hands on the edge. Hold on the back. All right, you push him through. Stand by.
John, stand, come on.
Come on, stand by. Let's go.
Gosh, you're taking it back. 1, 2, 3, down.
Come on, push. Come on, push him. Push, push, push. Come on. And pull hard. Come on, pull hard. Good. Okay, your turn. Come on in. Hand in. Get your hand in. Put your hand into the tunnel. Okay. Right into the tunnel. Hand
Come on,
right in.
Campbell. Come on, Campbell.
Hand right into it. Come on. That's it. Pull. Come on, pull him out.
Let's go.
That's it. Okay, straight on the hill. Let's go. Come on. Go. Stand him up. Let's go. Stand up. Let's go on the hill. Stand up there. Come on, Eddie. Take a room. Let's go. Straight in there. First round inside. Let's go. Off the road.
Come on, John. Come on.
Sit. Come on.
Oh, no.
Leslie, this tunnel here.
No.
And you go, come on in, come on, straight in there. Get down and get through it. Lessons going off and get through it. Do it.
Come on, drag yourself out. Come on, Leslie, up you come. There's another tunnel here. Quickly. Come on.
I can't go down. In there.
Come on, straight out in the other tunnel. Straight through it. Good. Well done, Leslie. Come on.
Oh.
Come on, drag yourself out the tunnel and stop whinging. You've got a long way to go yet until you're finished. You've got another tunnel yet. Come on, quickly. Come on, you're just causing a blockage in there, holding the rest of my troop up. Come on.
I was never going to end.
You've got another tunnel yet. Straight through. Come on, let's go. Come on.
That was the end of 2.5 miles of obstacles. Now, just a 4-mile run back to camp.
Head up, keep going. Good, come on.
My calves.
Keep going.
My calves.
Stretch them out. Stand up straight.
Got about
That's better. Come on. Work hard. That's better. Fight it. That's it. Come on.
Come on, John. Come on. Yes.
Come on, last few yards.
Keep going. Keep going.
Well done.
Ah.
Keep going. Okay, John, that's it. That's it. Come in, that's it. Come on, take your water bottle out.
Stay there. Okay. I'm there. All right. Loosen it off. Keep breathing. Suck it in. Suck it in.
All right.
Okay.
Good boy. Come on, John.
All right.
All right, have a spit up. Take some in and spit it out.
Had I made the Royal Marines qualifying time of 72 minutes?
That's it. You reckoned 80?
Yeah.
72 minutes, 37 seconds.
Oh.
All right? Just that last walk.
Oh, that was...
Let's take this kit off now, John. I think you've carried that enough for one leg. Good fella.
Excuse me, I can't really say much.
Whoa. I'm not surprised. You know which bit I would hate? The bit you have to go under the water and through that tunnel.
Oh, definitely. What a fantastic achievement. Well done, John.
Bye.
But now it's back over to the TV 16 news desk for a news flash.
Good afternoon. This is the news from the BBC, September 22nd, 1955. Today marks the birth of channel hopping with the launch of ITV. At first, very few people could get this new channel, but by 1958, 4/5 of the country could tune in. The fight for TV supremacy was on. 9 years later, the BBC launches its counter-offensive, a second station imaginatively called BBC Two. But a power cut strikes on the opening night.
Good evening. This is BBC Two.
Not put off, BBC Two turns television into colour vision in 1967. Snooker on TV at last makes sense. TV tension increases over the next few years as all three channels extend their output. But it takes another 15 years to think up a new station, let alone what to call it. Meanwhile, other companies are looking to the sky for inspiration. In 1989, satellite TV beams its way into the British history books. Couch potatoes have never had it so good.
We've never had our breaks on the BBC, but in the early days of TV, we did have interludes, long gaps between programmes with test cards, and short films like the famous Potter's Wheel or musical performances.
Do you know what, Tim? I feel a bit of an interlude coming on right now.
Right.
Well, we take a break from TV60. Our interlude is provided by Maestro of the classical guitar. From his new double album, this is Asturias, played by the one and only John Williams.
So easy, yet it is so difficult to play classical guitar. I know. Well, ever since TV started, people have turned studios into a million different places. And this is a set designer's model for the Pets Win Prizes set. It looks like a lovely, beautiful garden.
Lovely green grass they've got there. And this one over here is the designer's model for Smart. It's very, very arty and very beautifully coloured.
Certainly is. Now, scenery has been traditionally made from wood, metal, gauze and canvas techniques, thank you Mabel, that TV stole from the theatre. But as Katie discovered earlier this year, the television show, computer-generated scenery and blue screen technology, which is virtual reality, is set to take the place of canvas screens and wooden stages.
Had my head chopped off in that clip, but even Blue Peter will benefit from virtual reality, even though for the time being we're sticking with metal, wood and canvas for the actual scenery.
Absolutely. Well, this is a cardboard model our directors used to plan. We're in the studio to put all the bits, including us lot, isn't it?
But from this week, out goes the cardboard and in comes the computer. This virtual production planner has been designed by the BBC along with Cult Virtual Reality, and it's to help plan the studio now on this beautifully 3D. And what you can do is actually move all the furniture and bits and pieces around. So if you can see the blue neon of the ship there, if I go to the plan, I should be able to drag it forward. Come along, play the game. Here we go, on the plan. Click on there like that, drag it down to next to the presenter, and we'll see what it looks like. Go back to there. Look at this. There it is, next to the presenter. It all looks a bit squashed, so I don't think we'd use that one, would you, Amana?
No, I don't think so,
but this is the great thing with it. You can see what works and what doesn't, and you can also click to different camera angles. That's camera 1, camera 2.
Wow.
And camera 3. It's a rather familiar-looking presenter.
Yes, it's like between the eyebrows, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's amazing because directors don't even need to leave their seats to move around all these bits of scenery. It's amazing.
Very, very clever. It's the way forward.
Absolutely.
I wonder if they'll ever get a virtual reality Mabel, though. Come on over here, Mabel. It's time to delve into our own virtual filing cabinet. Here's some more TV60 news in the F-Files.
If you were watching Newsround, how about a trip to the Museum of Photography, Film and Television in Bradford? And it's not just history. If it's the future that excites, why not spin out on an amazing virtual reality TV experience? And there's always good old-fashioned news reading. Eat your heart out, Michael Burke.
As you can see, Gordon's been out with his shaky F-cam filming his chums. Yep, we're talking puppets. You can catch up with those TV stars from Sesame Street to Spitting Image at the Fantasy in Action exhibition at the Gardner Centre in Brighton. Even good old Muffin the Mule will be there shaking his strings.
But the beauty of TV60 is that you can experience it all without getting off the sofa. So you couch potatoes on Sunday at 7 p.m, tune in for a celebrity gala evening with Auntie's all-time greats. Join the stars as they browse through the highlights and the lowlights of television history. Yes, tune in, turn on, burn out. Transmission over.
Absolutely. And we'll be back to start the next 60 years of TV on Monday.
And Romana will be climbing a mountain right here in the studio.
We'll see you then. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye-bye. Come on, Mabel. Come on. Come on.
This is excellent. This. I know. Okay, let's make camera 1. And let's have a pan of 1.
Go get it.
No, you know that's what you're told. You should know that.
I know. It's a bit time to have it.
That doesn't look...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Y Caravan Magazine TV Awards.